Vlad, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, curious how you know James Franco. Where did you two meet?
We met. So I'm an NYU grad student at Tisch, and I think the first time I met him was through one professor, and then I heard he was doing a play installation called Collage, and so I worked. He needed like people to film on stage, and so I don't know if I applied for it or if they were looking for somebody, and so I just worked there. I think it was a week, and it was actually really cool. I was on stage with a camera that was plugged into like those big screens, and so I was on stage, and it's actually where I met Nina too, because Nina was the lead singer in that play, and that's how we met.
And she sings in a punk band, right, Nina?
Yeah, she does.
And so, how did James pitch this idea for both you and Nina to be co-directors for Memoria?
It came together. I think originally the way it worked is because I was working with Nina. I had expressed like, the fact that I wanted to work on Palo Alto because I had, read the book and I thought it was really interesting. And James, and I told James that I wanted to work on it, and then I did my movie, like the short film Mobile Homes, and Nina was in it. She had a small part in it. And then after that, after having edited the movie, and I think it was a couple of months later, and then it's actually Nina who called me and who said like, "Oh, Jim thought about it. Like, would you be down to co-write it with me?" And then she sent me the three stories, and then that's kind of like where I came in. But maybe Nina will know better. You should ask Nina.
Yeah, we're going to talk to her.
Because they don't know. What you said?
Oh, sorry. We're going to talk to her in probably just like 2 hours.
She'll know better because she might have. Because I know that when I came in, she had a sort of a first assembly of the three stories. So maybe James was like, do one path. I actually don't know how it really started. But I know that when I came in, there was like a really short assembly of the adaptation of the three stories, and like kind of like the first work that I did with Nina was to reshape it and really kind of like structure it into like a feature film. That was really the idea, because like originally there was a segment that was one character, and then another segment there was another character, and both Nina and I thought that it'd be more interesting to just see them together and just kind of like see them evolve as they're growing up.
What was it about those main characters in Memoria that intrigued you? What kind of characteristics did they have that you maybe resonated with or just felt?
I think I resonated with the fact that like I mean I'm from Paris. These kids are from Palo Alto. We couldn't be more like apart from each other, and how like what really made me want to do it is because it's not about that. It's like if you're like 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old, you're always kind of like you're at that age where you just kind of try to discover who you are, what you want. I'm really interested in that period of time where you just shape your emotions, shape yourself into becoming an adult, or at least like a confident teenager. And I think it's really interesting, and I feel like so much of us is defined by these specific experiences that we live at such a fragile age. And that's what really resonated in me. Like I could find myself or people I knew in class in Paris in some of the characters that were like in Palo Alto.